Client will send the zip file to SFTP server. So this is the client responsibility to send the zip file to SFTP server. Okay. So let's prepare the zip file now. Let's prepare the zip file. So we already created a job family. Okay, grades we will use. Okay, grade, right? So grade data we will use. Okay? Grade run. So we will use the same data. So I'm preparing the data file. This one. We'll change the dates. 125. 03 year month 8 year month 8. Salesforce we need to set the role.
Recording in progress.
So client will send the zip file to user SFTP server, and what we are doing, we are prepared the data file. So this is the grade.dat file. We are going to load into HCM Cloud. So we change only dates here. Existing data file which I used for your batch, I am using same file, but I'm changing the dates, and I'm updating this Salesforce to where setup and maintenance, where we need to update. Search, manage common lookups. Manage common lookups. So what is the lookup type? HRC underscore. HRC source system owner. So this we already know, right? We already discussed, right? Name A1 clouds. So I have changed the dates here in the grade existing file. So you also, when you are doing the integration, make sure that change the dates, latest date you can put, and this name should be set up in the HR manage command lookups. So that also I have done. Save the changes. Save the changes. So after we prepare the data file, what is the next step we need to do? Into rest. So I am using grade underscore OIC underscore. So grade underscore OIC, this one. Okay. So now what we will do? Client responsible for sending the file to SFTP server. No. So let me check in the existing credentials. So credentials change, right? 10102 not okay. One minute. Here I'm creating the folder DL 1003. So you can give any name. This folder name can be any name. I'm giving HDL 1003. Okay. Take this one. Take this location. So place the zip file into SFTP server. Place the zip file in SFTP. Place the grade zip file. Place the grade zip file in SFTP server. Okay. In the location. So here this folder I have created, but in the real time, client will tell you. Client will send the SFTP server path. Client will send the SFTP server path. Understand or not? So this is the first step, second step, third step. Create two connections. Guys, these two steps, you have any question, you can ask me, guys. So prepare the data file I have done. So zip file we have placed into, I think I have not placed, right? So we will place the zip file here. We will place the zip file. Zip file. We have placed the zip file here. So we have placed the zip file into SFTP server. So any question do you want to show? Once again, I can show. If you are okay, means we'll move on. Client will send the zip file to SFTP server. So we have placed the zip file in this SFTP server. And before that, we need to prepare the data file. Create data file. Create data file we have prepared. Next, to create two connections. Create two connections. One is HCM cloud connection. Second is SFTP. Sorry, three connections. SFTP connection. ATP connection. The purpose of ATP I will explain. Don't worry. Three connections. Last class we have created HCM, ATP, and the connections which we have used for SFTP. Same. I think uh, we need to change the password. We need to change the password of this one. Change the password. Change the password here because that was old password, right? Yeah, that is also okay. Actually, actually the problem is here one more batch is there, not only your batch. Okay, I will do. Just a minute. I'm taking this one. I will do. Okay. One zero 10125. What? SFTP server details are. Sure. Okay. So we have created the Oracle FTP connection, HCM connection, ATP database connection. Okay, now you're asking to create one folder, right? New directory. OIC empty 1003. OIC integrations 1003 I'm creating. Okay. So you move here. Okay, Prabhakar? You take some. So we have created the three connection HCM, SFTP, and we have placed the file here. We have placed the zip file here. So ATP connection also we have created last class. Now it is a time to create the integration. It is a time to create the integration and schedule integration. HDL integration. Okay, HDL integration 1003 is create. So I am getting the schedule integration. So this prefix I am using HDL INT 1003. Create. So this is the schedule integration. Save. Okay. So now what we will do here. So next to create the integration is create the integration schedule. Create the integration as create the integration as schedule. Create the integration as schedule.
Vamsi, why we need to create always schedule? We can do manual also, right? As we are
Now
doing
means
without schedule also, we can run ad hoc.
yeah, that is also possible.
Okay, when I'm creating SFTP without schedule, it is asking different parameters.
Without schedule,
Without scheduling. So basically, when
what is the
I
trigger point?
SFTP source SFTP.
See, SFTP source means we need to configure the polling option. So what normally real time they will do, right? So you want to run the integration your own, right?
With schedule, it is given because SFTP in the second position, right? With the schedule.
Correct, correct, correct.
Without schedule, SFTP source SFTP is the first position, and
Correct.
it is asking different options, different parameters when we
Correct. See, if means how the SFTP knows where the file is there.
okay.
See that file, for example, client when the client will send that file,
Mhm.
how the SFTP knows.
Okay, when the client will send the file.
But see, SFTP, we don't know, right, when the file will come. You are talking about this is trigger, right?
Right. Because we move one CSV file from source to destination, right?
Yeah,
So
correct. But
that time we have taken schedule.
you cannot use that one. So SFTP, see, normally you are running the file, right? You are running the file means, so what you have to do, you have to use the REST trigger point. You have to do like this. In the REST trigger, you create one parameter or payload. That parameter will hold the lookup path. Okay, that lookup path will have this file. Like that, we need to build the integration. So if you take the SFTP server as a trigger, so it will not work out. You need to configure the polling feature. So that is different.
Okay.
I will tell you if you want. I have one of the integration completed. I will show you that one. Okay. Here the integration and schedule. I will tell you that one. Okay. Here the integration and schedule. Okay. Now what we will do here. So now here we have requirement to handle single file. To handle the file count. By mistake client send the multiple files. So that time I would not like to proceed the integration flow. So now what we will do, we are going to use the list file operation. To handle the file count, we need to use the list file operation. Okay. So now what we will do here. So select here Oracle FTP. List file operations. So here use the list file. So input directory name we already. Okay. File name pattern. So what is the file name pattern? This is the file name pattern. So maximum files, this is the by default, you don't need to use this one. You can continue. Finish. So instead of the read the file, we are using the list file operation. Why we are using list file operation? So we can have a control of how many files you want to handle. To control them, how many files you want to handle, so that mechanism will be taken care by list file. If you read the file, we don't have control on this one. How many files you want to handle? Count we cannot get. So that is the reason we are using list file operation. So then what we will do, we are going to download the file to stage location. So why we have to download the file to stage location? Because the file size is more or maybe it's more than 10 MB, then we are using the stage the file. Stage the file to SFTP server. You know, right, what is mean by stage? Yes, we discuss or not? Hello. Stage the file to SFTP server.
Yeah, we use the /temp folder, right?
Yeah, correct. So now what we will do, we are going to save this. show you the Oracle FTP only. Download the zip file. Download the zip file. Download the zip file. You can use the download option. So input directory and file name. So I think in the list file we will get. Okay. Input directory and file name will get from the list file response. So now what you will do, you mention here. File name. Also something you can, something you can download a directory, any name you can do, but we will take the response here. Okay. Download file directory. Download the directory. So where you want to download? So this name can be any name. This name can be any name. If you want to unzip the file which you are downloading, so you can make the unzip operation here. But I don't want unzip. You can continue. In the mapper, so in the list file response, so file name, directory name, list file response, the directory name, file name. We already defined in the list file response, right? So we already downloaded. We already mentioned the list file. Which file you want to access, right? That information we already configured in the list file. So the directory name, and file name we are mentioned like this. Understand or not? So that count option is right. This count option we'll use when we handle multiple file scenario. So, so this count option we will discuss on the after completion of the integration. How to use this count and how to validate that. Okay. So download directory you can mention here also. So, but anyway, we already mentioned in the download file configuration. So download file configuration, we already mentioned the download file directory name. So if you want to mention here also, then see for example, in the download file, if you look at this one. So if I mention here, if you want to override in the mapper, you can override here. Okay. If you want to override this directory, so we already mentioned means I want to override this value from the mapper. You can map. So, but these two values we have overriding in the mapper. So where we are getting input directory name and file name, we are getting from the list file response. Understand or not, guys? In the list file response, we have a so where the directory name, file name. So this two we have to map here. Download directory also, if you want to override, create target node. So we don't want to override, then you don't need to mention here. Okay, guys, validate. So till here, any question you can ask. We have the list file operation, and the list file operation. We will get the response of the file name and where the file located in the directory. So from there, we are downloading the file to stage location. So till here, the file in the OIC stage location. What is the directory name? Temp is the directory name. Temp is the So now what we will do, we are going to, so what is the next step? The file, zip file is there, right? So now what needs to be do here? So we need to run the HDL program, right? So if you go to my client group, data exchange, import and load data. So normally what you will do, guys, you after the file uploaded here, after the file uploaded in the UCM, so you need to do the import file. Normally what you will do, you need to do the import file. Just example I will tell you. So, for example, you take this one, job run 4. So if you go to the review parameters, now what you will do is submit, right? So when you press the submit, the file will be placed into, okay. So the file will be run the program, right? Import and load. So now we need to do that step. So the file already there in our OSC. The file already there in the OSC. Now we need to run that program. Which program we need to run? HCM data loader program. So here which connection I need to take? So here we are setting the
connection.
HCM connection.
HCM connection.
We take the HCM connection. So import HCM data loader. So now you tell me, guys, which option I need to select here. When I take the HCM connection, we are getting this many options. So which option I need to select?
And the HCM cloud.
Which one?
Import bulk
Not
data.
Import
the
bulk.
third one.
Third one, correct. So we need to take the first one or second one?
Job. First one.
First one. So security group name FAI Fusion import and export. Okay, and account name. You search here HCM something HCM. Okay. So if you these options where to take, if you want to know this option where to take, then this option where to take, you can go here. Go to the UCM. Search. So take this one. So if you go to this file, so see, this is the account name and this is the security group name. You upload one file in the UCM, you will get the security group name and account name. So that you need to mention here. Account name and security group name. So this you will get from where? So you upload one file in the UCM, you will get the security group name and account name. These two you have to map here. Okay. So continue. Okay. Finish. So at this moment, do you have any question? You can ask me, guys. So here you're running the program, right? So where the file is there here? So the file will be there in the temp location, right? Look. So now what you need to do? So this operation will expect the file or not? This operation will expect the file or not?
Yes.
So now what you need to do? Whatever the file which you downloaded here, so we need to map this file reference to here, right? Correct or not?
Mm.
So using the mapper. Using the mapper. Using the mapper OSC file. Download the zip file response. File reference. Oh, sorry. Come on, this delete mapping. So 5 minutes. Understand? Simply, guys. So OIC required important loader program, right? So that loader program require the file or not? That file we are sending here. File name also you can. So at this moment, any question you can ask me. Any question? Okay, so now this program will take some time, right, to run this program. To run this program, it will take some time, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, right? Correct or not? So, so we don't know, right, how much time it will take. So what you will do, you will put the wait node here. You will put the wait node. So wait node 3 minutes I am putting. Understand, right, why we are putting the wait node? Put the wait node, it will wait for 3 minutes. Then we'll get the status here. So we need to get the status right here. So before you want to get the status of the HCM data load program. So here we are, what you are doing, you are going to submit, right? If you submit, what will happen? You need to refresh, right? You are refreshing right here. Refreshing means you are waiting, right or not? You are waiting, right? But the program should not know, right? So program, what will happen? If you are not using the wait node, it will jump to next action. It will jump to next action. It will not get the status, right? So that is the reason. Let the program will run. So it will wait for 3 minutes. Then we are going to get the status. Understand, right? Why we put the wait node? So wait node, why we understand? So now we will get the status here. We will get the status. Get HCM status. Continue. So now we will use this one. Import bulk data only. Do this one. Now what we will do, submit an HCM data loader or query the status of an HCM data loader job. So use this option. Okay, finish. Here we will get the status. For status, to get the status, we need to pass the process ID. So when we run this program, we will get the process ID. That process ID we need to send here so that that process ID related status we will get from here. So now what you will do using this mapper, so import and loader response will get the process IDs here. Here this process ID and get status HCM data loader status request process ID we need to map. Understand or not? No. Understand or not?
Yes, Vamshi.
So any question you can ask me, guys. So here we are using the list file operation, then we are downloading the file from the list file. So why we are using the list file is we need to get the count of the files, so that we will handle later. So from the list file response, we are downloading the file to stage location, and with the download response, in the download we have file reference here. So that file reference we are running the program, that file reference. So that file reference mapping done here, and we are waiting for 3 minutes. So we don't write HCM data or program how much time it will take. Then we are going to get the status. Save the changes. So at this moment, any step, feel free to ask me. Any step. So this is the basic flow, and this wait which we have configured 3 minutes is wrong, right? This wait which we have configured 3 minutes is wrong, right? So why? Because, for example, the file data which is only two records or 3 records are there. Then so it will take only 1 minute, right? But why do program has to wait 3 minutes? Okay, that is one case. For example, the file which contains 1000 records, it will take 5 minutes. Then it will jump right here. Correct or not? So this wait node which we have configured is wrong, right? This wait node which we have configured 3 minutes is wrong. Why? Because so the program sometime it will take 3 minutes, sometime it will take 5 minutes, sometime it will take 10 minutes, right? So we need to handle dynamically. This wait should be configured. That we will see. That we will see in the tomorrow class. So this, don't worry guys, I will explain how to handle wait node dynamic approach means. So the program will run 1 minute means it will wait for 1 minute. The program will run 2 minutes means it will wait for 2 minutes. So like that we can handle the integration. So this is the basic flow, guys. So this is the basic flow of the integration. So we need to do many things here from here onwards. So we need to send the notification, we need to handle the wait node, and we need to configure the lookup. So there are many things are there. So with the basic flow, you have any questions now? Tomorrow will continue.